It's Spacey Sims, and we are back with more Lucid 9. So, I'm sorry if these parts are going to be kind of like shorter. It's just, I don't know. Like, I had a lot of fun when I played this game the first time around, but I'm starting to debate, like, now that I'm going through it again, like, should I have waited a little bit longer to record it? Do I want to keep doing it? I don't know. So, obviously, we're going to finish out the week, and then I'll just see where I am. But I think I'm going to make the parts a little bit shorter than some of the other stuff that I do because I don't have all the time in the world, and I don't want to get like super bored, so that's why the parts are going to be probably more like 15 to 20 minutes, depending on when there's a good ending part. Some of them might be shorter, might be longer. I just want to leave it at a relatively, like, you know, somewhat logical ending point. But anyway. Once I'm under some light, I can breathe a little easier. I take a quick snapshot of the note and send it to Shigure without comment. She doesn't respond immediately, which probably means that she received it. With that, I stick to the shadows as I return to my apartment. It's time to get some rest. I guess I could have finished that in the last part. But, whatever. The evening welcomes me with frosted arms as I stride into my beloved glade, my lovely burden slung over my shoulders. The sky is clear tonight, bitter, vacant, a spiraling abyss in a sea of strangled light. I take a moment to admire it as the familiar vegetation is crushed beneath my soles. Nothing constrains me. No incompetent bureaucracies, no iron gates, no suffocating schedules. Not at this hour, not at my hour. I dump my burden upon the ground, watching as she lolls away, still in the haze of beauty sleep. Innocent, peaceful, dreadful. I ready my knife, taking my earnest vigil at his side. When the princess awakens, her guardian will be eagerly awaiting. Ugh. Oh, well, that was terribly quick. I stoop next to my burden as she jerks upright, eyes rolling in panic. Good morning, sweetie. Where am I? Her voice trails into indistinguishable croaks as her wide, pale eyes fix on me. I spare a chuckle. What? Expecting someone else? How did I get here? How else? I settle for a moment, allowing her to take in her surroundings, allowing her to see how dire her situation is. What fun is it without a tinge of panic? But please don't hurt me. Please? What makes you think I would hurt you? So you'll let me leave? I casually lift my serrated weapon, allowing it to catch the moonlight at just the right angle. Now why would I do that? I advance towards her, slowly. She ekes away, pulling her weight by her hands, but she's too tremulous to even attempt to run. A little dull, but vermin are vermin. Please, I have a mom, a dad, a boyfriend. I want to study. I want to grow up. Usually it's cute when they beg, but this girl is bothering me. Well, I want to have a little carving practice. So what shall we do? Carving practice? Imbecile. My fingers twitch with impatience. Yes, carving practice. And I'd best get started. I savor my moments with her, leisurely, meticulously. She tried to waste my time. I ought to return the favor. I finish all too quickly. The screams die in my ears as fading echoes of stilted crimson plummet from the edge of my blade. The beautiful mess scattered across the ground is a sight for sore eyes. I take a moment to savor it. My canvas, my masterpiece, the heart of my soul and soul of my heart. If only it could have lasted a little while longer. Finished? A shadow slips from behind the trees, plodding unceremoniously on top of my finished work. Watch your steps. You're desecrating my... I don't know. Anyway. Don't know. That's like Frenchies there, but I don't know. I don't know that. Sorry, hold on. Ooh. The figure only stands in silence, waiting for my reply. I attempt a different line of questioning. Where are the others? Elsewhere? So I gathered. Are they coming? No. So who shall pick up my toys? I gesture to the artwork beneath the figure's feet. It doesn't budge. Me. You? Yes. By yourself? Yes. Call for the others. No. Why not? Leave if you're finished. It is certainly a one-sided balance of power. I can do nothing but acquiesce. Acquiesce. I'm finished. I step away, but as the figure approaches my canvas, I swoop in, sliding my knife against its neck. Don't be so proud of yourself. The moment you're of no use to me, I shall have my way with you. It only stares unblinking at me, unfazed. Not finished. Equal parts disgusted and perturbed, I withdraw my weapon. I'm finished. Finished with you, too. I turn to the brighter horizon, striding away without a backward glance. Dee-dee-dee! When I arrive at school, still bleary-eyed from my nighttime excursions, I'm greeted with an unusual sight. A group of students, primarily female, huddled around the post. As I edge closer, I manage to listen in. Your fault! She was wrong about you, and now she's gone! What did you do with her, you freak? Where is she? Tell me where she is! Oh, tell me where she is, please! Answer him! How could you do this to us? Suddenly, Rui blazes by me right into the center of the group, which bounces backward in shock. I'm barely able to catch a glimpse of her face through a mass of heads. What are you guys doing? Out of the way, Rui. This has nothing to do with you. No, I'm tired of this. You've been picking on her since school started, and you don't even have a good reason. Good reason? Talk to Shoji. He's our good reason. The group shuffles apart, granting me some space. I finally manage to see the cause of the problem. A slight figure crouched against the gate with an empty look in... Wait, isn't this the same girl I met yesterday? Well, Shoji? She's been missing for 2 days, and no one can find her. Didn't go home. Doesn't answer calls or texts. It's like she just disappeared. Disappeared, just like the rumors said. You guys do remember who started the rumors, right? Look, Rui, this would make the 3rd disappearance. Haven't you been watching the news? Yeah, this is the 3rd time that an academy student's vanished off the face of the planet. And coincidentally, right after talking with Ari. Technically, Midori disappeared before school started. Yeah, just like 2 days before. Why are you so stubborn? Ari's guilty. Why are you so stubborn? Maybe she's not. Huh, you clearly don't understand how people work. No wonder you don't have any friends. Rui's face closes in hurt, and a raw, fiery pang of rage courses through my body. I storm to her side, unceremoniously shoving away anyone in my path. Yama? Oh, you. Who's this, your boyfriend? My anger briefly sojourns into panic, but I shove it away. You're all disgusting, picking on someone just because she's not like you. Hey, you don't even know the context. Butt out. Oh, let me guess. You know everything? Do you know for certain that Aiko, Ari, has anything to do with these disappearances? Twice is a coincidence. Thrice is a pattern. A pattern for narrow-sighted people who won't take in any other factors. Are you stupid? There aren't any other patterns. The police said so themselves. Oh, and they told you this directly. It was on the news, moron. And it's not like the news has ever twisted the facts or told us anything but the honest truth. You wouldn't be acting so high and mighty if you knew how important Akane is. You wouldn't be acting so prejudiced if you had a brain. Words are spilling out of my mouth before I even consciously think of them. My whole body thrums with cold, frozen hatred. Weird, freak, don't want to play with you. I'm not letting anyone else go through that. Not Rui, not Ari. You think we're being rude to Ari? You're being rude to Shoji. Yeah, she was the love of Shoji's life. Because everyone knows that every high school relationship lasts forever. Probably get over her in a week or two. A deadly silence descends on the group. Rui pinches my sleeve, her expression unusually troubled. That went a bit too far, Yama. I only clench my jaw and lock eyes with the boy called Shoji. His face blinks from panic to nothingness in less than a second. A chilled silence falls over the entrance. You! He staggers forward, raising a tremulous hand. You bastard! His fingers pull into a fist, and before I can blink, his hand is soaring straight at me. A shadow blurs in front of me, sweeping at Shoji's arm. Shoji tumbles to the ground as if thrown by an unknown force. The moment is held on pause, broken only by the frantic whisperings of the gathering crowd around us. Shoji jerkily pushes himself to his feet, his footing loose from fury. Ari idly steps in front of me, arms hanging limply by her sides. Her expression is passive, but something about it gives Shoji pause. Hey, what's going on over here? Mr. Ryota pushes the throng of students apart, books hiked under one arm. All of the students start babbling at once. Mr. Ryota, Akane's been absent for 2 days. Can't contact her. This guy provoked Shoji into a fight. That was actually a dude, not a girl, but anyway. Mr. Ryota waves his hand for silence, an unusually stern expression on his face. Shoji, are you hurt? No, sir. Good. Rui? Yes, Mr. Ryota? Meet me during lunch. You too, Noriko. Yes, Mr. Ryota. Both of you will give me your account on what just happened. I'll make a judgment after I've heard both stories. Understood? Sullen silence meets his inquiry. He only sighs. Accusations are for children. You guys know that, right? If you're going to claim something, use evidence. If you're going to fight, make sure you have the right reason. Dismissed. He waves his hand to scatter us off to class. We head to the classrooms in silence, splitting ways at the staircase. I notice that Rui keeps close to Ari, stubbornly meeting the gaze of any gawkers en route. Well, looks like I'm gonna get in trouble. Surprise, surprise. I probably shouldn't have interfered with that situation. I probably should have stayed out of it. Usually I do. I know that high school is basically just a cesspool of idiocy and it's best to keep out of it. No, not even high school life in general. But seeing that girl there, hedged in by such a large group of students, being accused with nothing to defend herself, and seeing Rui leap to her defense, just like she did for me 10 years ago, well, I guess it brought out something that surprised even myself. If anyone has a right to suspect that girl, it should be me. First, I meet her walking alone in District 6, acting like some creepy mechanical doll, and then I learn that her reputation at school is sketchy at best. That's suspicious even by my standards, and I'm friends with Yahiko. But it's possible that everything is a misunderstanding. It's possible that she really just wants friends, that she's a normal person inside, and that she's just had a difficult time conveying her thoughts. I understand that feeling. I understand it more than anyone else. Ahem. I shake myself out of my thoughts and take in my surroundings. Huh. Looks like some of the morning classes have passed. Yeah, I totally wasn't paying attention. In front of me, 3 girls with hair and makeup arranged just like Elizabeth stand with very indignant, superior expressions. I quickly recognize them as the most avid members in her fan club. Hey, loser, we have something to say to you. Lucky me. They ignore me, crossing their arms in uncanny unison. We heard that you're giving Elizabeth a hard time. I glance at Elizabeth, whose eyes are wide with panic. Interesting. Looks like she has no hand in this development. Then where did they get their information from? You better stop before we make you. Elizabeth deserves better. Idiots. I only snort and turn back to my homework. Hey, look at us! No thanks. I don't feel like vomiting, I think. But I don't feel like vomiting, I think. But I managed to keep my mouth shut. Thoroughly exasperated of these girls, I nod my head at Elizabeth and raise my eyebrows in warning. Her face pales slightly and she slides over to my desk, smiling faintly at the 3 girls. Hello. Oh, Elizabeth, this guy's been bothering you for a while, right? Elizabeth opens her mouth, clearly intent on agreeing with the girl, but I shake my head ever so slightly. She grits her teeth together, but somehow manages to keep her smile intact. Thank you for your concern, but it's really fine. The girls blink in clear surprise. Oh, are you sure? Weren't you just saying the other day? Saying? Saying what? I don't know what you're saying. She sends an uneasy glance at me. I only smile innocently. This really shouldn't be fun, but it is. Remarkably so. I thought Yama was bothering... No, it was, a misunderstanding. Oh, alright. They nod slightly at me, like that's an adequate apology. We're keeping an eye on you. Don't mess with Elizabeth. Then they strut out of the classroom, their footsteps in perfect unison. I turn to Elizabeth. She grips the edge of her seat until her knuckles turn white. I really can't believe you. Hmm? You're enjoying this, aren't you? Despicable. She turns away from me in a huff. Excuse me? I'm not even the one who started it all. Heck, she's the one who's constantly picking a fight. It's always been that way. Whatever. This isn't even worth thinking about. I turn my attention back to the front of the classroom as the break comes to an end. And we're going to actually stop right here. So yeah. Wrap this part up here. I will see you guys next time. Remember to give the video a big thumbs up and subscribe to see more.